Right, well, I've got my phone working again with a new memory card, so I've got another video like this, which you'll probably see, but anyway. Fall Guy truck. Not really turning out as I'd hoped. The body shell's turned out fantastic, apart from a few blemishes in the paint, which you can't see like you're too close. The wheels. To make this truck work with this chassis, the wheels have to be this size. Any bigger and there's rubbing problems. As you can see, they really are even a bit too big now. So, not impressed with that. So, don't know what I'll be doing with that right now. We'll come back to that in a minute. I've got an idea. So, I reversed the steering. I reversed the suspension arm on this to pull the drive shafts back, give it an extra length. Now that gave me an idea. I thought to myself, I have this, which incidentally is nearly complete now. I still have lots of the original parts of this knocking about from when I've had a couple of these. I had the original Blackfoot with the older gearbox, and then the King Blackfoot, and I've had a couple of those, so most of the parts are knocking about. But I had an idea. If I reversed the suspension arms on that, how about reversing the suspension arms on that? I flipped the front ones so that they swing forwards instead of backwards, and I like that. That looks more like, I mean, I know the Fall Guy truck wasn't actually a monster truck, but I like that. That to me is nearer to a clodbuster. It's like halfway between the Blackfoot and the clodbuster. Now, I was going to extend the chassis itself, but a bit of trimming with the arches, because it could do with just another 4 or 5 mils of length on the chassis to really get the arches to line up properly. Because if you get the front ones perfect and the back ones, you can't really tell in this light, but they're just a little off. But that is the real deal. I like that because I seen a video on YouTube of a Blackfoot, a King Blackfoot with the Ford F250 body on, and with the heavy ABS body and these old shockers, it bounces pretty much like the one in the Fall Guy series does. So that's what I'm going to do. I've got some finishing up to do now. Even though I promised myself I wasn't doing any more new builds. So what I've got to do now, the problem is, because I flipped it, the suspension goes at the front. It used to go to that. Right, that's the original steering mechanism. Steering servo went there, and the thing is that, in fact, to tell you what, I've got the originals. I'll come back, I'll show you. Right, well, I'll have to excuse the rush. It's pretty much, it's all there. There's just little bits of it missing, like I've got the servos the wrong way around and stuff like that, but it's all there. It just, for some reason, these electronics don't work. These are off my original Blackfoot, the red one, with the old style gearbox, so I don't know what the problem is. I might get somebody who knows what they're doing to have a look. It might just be a dodgy wire somewhere, a fuse, or maybe a circuit board's blown inside, I don't know. But yeah, so it works. Obviously the steering servo and the throttle servo are the wrong way around. But it's been a long time since I had this set up. Anyway, getting off topic here. Right, because I flipped the front suspension, the steering can't go there anymore like it used to do. It has to go to the front here. So I'm going to have to mount a steering servo up front here. Now, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that, but I'll find a way. Now, this thing isn't without its problems. I just noticed today when I was putting the shockers on that, I don't know if you're getting that. Yeah, that line there is a crack. So that rear bulkhead is broken both sides and it's leaning forward, as you can see. It's moving, shouldn't be. Not a big deal, but it's enough to cause a problem when it's running. Right, so once I've got the mounts finished, I do plan excuse me, I do plan at a later date getting a proper ABS club buster shell and doing this again without the bonnet bulge and with all the proper chrome gear attached to it. Excuse me, a real bad throat today for some reason. Right, well I've got where is it? Got these. Like I said, I've done this in another video, but whether you see that or not, I don't know. But this is the retake. They're going to be in there like that. I'm going to use my GT Power lighting kit, which I've still got to do a video for King Cole for that. Although we'll have probably bought something by the time I get around to it. This paint's actually gone funny. It was very chrome and now it's gone grey. Well, anyway. Right, so lamp buckets made out of paracetamol blister packs. Cheap option maybe for somebody. Anyway. Yeah, so that's where we're at with this so far. It's going to be a Tamiya chassis. I've got some steering issues to sort out yet. Like, I've just got some screws in here, as you can see. It's not finished. I need to alter that somehow, but I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that, because it's throwing the steering geometry out a little. So, there we go. An extended Blackfoot. How that turns out, I don't know. If it turns out that I've got to reset the steering to how it was supposed to be, and like I say, I've got two of these chassis, the red ones, and they're both knackered. So what I'll do is I'll cut it here on one of the other ones and extend, make a gap there. Use some. I've got loads of this stuff lying around. Hang on, bear with me. I've got loads of this stuff lying around. If anybody remembers my videos, this was a Mini Cooper chassis. Just sort of bolt it in, bend it to shape, and extend the gap. So it's not the end of the world, so we'll see how it goes. Okay then, Fall Guy update for now. Oh, and if the eagle-eyed among you have noticed, that's another project in the offing. That was my daughter's rustler. In a rare, not very rare really, moment of stupidity, I swapped a fully working rustler with the remote for the crappy bare bones of an Emax, which then I had to spend more than the cost of a rustler getting to work. As that turned out, that ended up being Big Yellow, so not too bad in the end. That's a really old chassis that I can't remember where I got it from. I bought a bag of bits, a big hold-all full of RC bits from a car boot, and lining the bottom of it was this. Never managed to get a spur gear for it, but maybe I can get one made to fit it. But it seems to be, even though it's made by a company called FP''S, which for all accounts is the French company that makes RC helicopters now. It fits Traxxas stuff. Now this is a Stampede front end which fits on it. It ain't quite the same length as a Rustler, so but so my fingers anyway, as you can see. It's exactly the same layout as a Rustler. These, I'm not sure about these. I think I've got them the wrong way around. They lean backwards and it's giving it a really weird. The rear wheels would toe out, not toe in. But this is just in its early stages. I want to get an off-roader for the missus. She's got the Porsche on-road, but she hasn't got an off-road car. So I'm hoping for an off-road and a road car each. Anyway, I'm rambling now, so that's the RC updates for today. Thanks for watching, and it's 10 minutes. I've really got to go. Goodbye.